Okay, we're playing Wonder Waddle, and we have what I think is going to end up being an easy choice. So the other thought is you could grab the dragon, but I think and try to win the first round. But we're against Loki, so what we're going to do is buy, lock, next turn buy, use the forbidden fruit, grow this to a 4/4, and then buy whatever the remaining thing is. So yeah, actually the dragon would have traded here, and would have actually been good. So we would lose, I think, one buff on the. You end up losing one buff on the familiar, so that would have been an option. Let's take a 3. I don't know. Yeah, this is very early though. I think a 3. I think the 3 will come down in time to be useful. Getting the health would have been nice. Certainly, the longer you get it, the better it is. A treasure that says, gain 10 health is a lot better than one that says, gain 2 or 3 if you get it late game. Sometimes you are inclined to pick it after it matters. You're down to 5 health and you're like, oh, I really wish I had more, but gaining 1 a turn isn't likely to get you out of the one-shot range. I think we're strong-ish. Yeah, we're gonna be strong-ish in these fights, and we'll keep trying to prioritize casting spells if we can. They're not always easy to fit in. Here they are going to be. We can cast a spell, grab 2 things. Animals are good. Yeah, we'll just grab this. It actually makes this get extra health as well, right? Is this not? This isn't working correctly. Yeah, there we go. And we're actually going to pause here because next turn, this is a 7/7 because we have 2 treasures so early. So we'll grab the 7/7, we'll grab the 3/6, and then we'll just grab whatever else we can see. We might end up casting more spells as well. You don't often play around familiar, but this thing's so big so early that it's worth, paying a little mind to. And grabbing another animal is never bad, and it's getting, plus 1/3 because of the way we have our board set up. That was a great hit, obviously. One nice thing about Wonder Waddle too is you actually do a good amount of extra damage by having all these upgrades. Like, yeah, so we don't really love any of. We're not gonna roll or anything. We'll just cast a spell. We've been winning combats. We have a reasonable chance to keep winning them. And if we do, we get a 3-drop for 1 gold, and we also manage to. Sorry, what am I trying to say? We also manage to, buff our character by +2/+2. And I think we'll set up something like this. We can protect our horse back here, just so it continues to buff all animals. We'll attack that back line. I think it's good to buff, the 9 attack is likely to trade with anything, or at least, take down anything it attacks, so we'd rather buff the 6, this from 3 to 6, meaning it can trade or just, kill whatever it's facing. And the dragon hopefully will just snipe a support early on. Yeah, we still do this extra 2 damage every time. We get the full glory. We've had a very nice early game. And we're taking treasure map because we're incredibly greedy. Yeah, that sounds right. So both Polywoggle seems good. This princess seems good. So everything's a good character here. I think maybe we'll cast it here. We'll get a flip. Creeper's interesting here. So if we get this to upgrade, it's a 5. I think we might wait and see if we can triple this. Yeah, I think that's worth it. And there we are. Is it worth selling these 2 things? Or do we want to try to get some buffs? Oh, this is interesting. This is a very good card too. I don't think we need this to transform yet. So what if we paused here and we can grab. We might end up with too many slays is the issue. But that's okay. I think we might want to wait till level 4 to try to, utilize this. We got some Merlin who's doing very well, so this could be trouble. Oh wow, we didn't even get our slay. Wow, we got some terrible hits too. they got an early Sporko off the True Love's Kiss. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get taken down here. Unfortunate loss for us. And we got no slays. The princess might just be not what we're doing here. Oh, I forgot. Yep. That upgrades. Okay, well here's what we'll do. Grab this thing. Grab this thing. And I think we'll throw this here. I think if we buff this, we're giving it a reasonable chance to trigger, and we buff our animal. And yeah, we'll stick here. The old ball. We're gonna hit 4 no matter what. We might be 4 and 4+1. I did forget that we were using our treasure map because a big part of this was so. I guess since this is low priority now, because it's no longer going to try to create buff, we'll change this over. And if we're going to hit 4, maybe 5 soon, I think we'll just hold on to this and try to, get a 5 or a 6 upgrade. An upgraded 6 is pretty game breaking if you get it early. We haven't got any extra XP, but if we do get to 5 quicker than average, and then get a 6 on the following turn, that could really turn into something. Ooh, luckily we buffed it. Oh, we didn't get the slay though. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't love that. I think we actually lose this round, right? Oh no, we're gonna win this? Okay, well, that's good. At least we don't take the damage, but yeah, I was really hoping to get that slay buff. Are we just supposed to buy one here? I don't think so. That's some good 4s, right? There almost has to be. Like, we'd love a Sporko. I will take this, it's basically free. They do have 2 slays. Yeah, we'll grab this. We have a couple slays. I think we'll cast this here. Just to grow this. We could buy the Polywoggle and get a second one. Obviously slays, a little bit better than they were before. We could also buy a Vulture. This gives us a reasonable chance to get a second one. Do we want the Friendly Spirit? I do love Friendly Spirit. It doesn't actually seem to do much here. There's another 10-10. Yeah, I'll take the 10-10 over the other stuff we had. I wonder if it's better than this 2-4 here. 2-4 gives us buffs, but I think the buffs are less meaningful than, we would hope. Okay, so we did get 1 slay. We got a second one, beautiful. And this actually lines up very nicely for us. Perfect. We win the fight. We got, I think, 2 slays, which gives us 2 extra gold. Oh, we could go really wild with some slays, right? Can't imagine that's good. We'll cast the spell. Makes that bigger, makes it easier to slay. We'll take this. I think... Do we need our animals to be good anymore? No, I don't think we do. So this makes it so we either get a 4 when this triggers. Oh, here's the Sporko we were talking about. Are we talking about Sporko? Or did I make that up? Oh, it's definitely plausible we made that up. I will grab this because it gives us the potential to trigger the Polywaggles easily. I think that has a lot of value here. So, and we want to trigger it next turn. What if we go like this? Go like this, right? This will likely, hopefully slay. Let's not say likely, but hopefully slay. And if it does, it will, complete its quest and maybe die. Then this will maybe give us 1 XP. We're going to go to 5. So if we can get 5 plus 1 and then maybe get 5 plus 2 off of this, that would mean that we would be done with, you know, all our slate complex. Basically, we got a 4-drop treasure. I think this is our best build for this turn. Oh, well, they have a ton of Juliets. Wow, this is wild. Looks like we're gonna crush this fight, actually. Yeah, right? This just kills it. We're gonna take 12 damage? Is that right? 13. Oh, this is still alive. Yeah, 13. Wow, that was tough. I think characters have +3 seems fine here. I will grab these. These are good with Waddle because they triple more easily. And okay, here's the things we're actually looking for. Bears. I think we're done with the min. Bears are good, wombats are good. We'll cast a spell on the princess, which we're done with. So here we're gonna go for the 6-drop. You know, we're gonna throw this up front. And we're actually gonna put this last and put this in. The idea is that hopefully this will attack and die, and then trigger, and then the Grimsoul will only have the Polywoggle to trigger. That's the idea anyways. Because we just want to trigger one. Okay, well that was a little bit unfortunate. It ended up being a waste. It's possible this gets to work. We really don't want to lose to a... Well, we could actually lose this fight, right? It doesn't seem likely, but it is... No, we're fine, we're fine. I'm a warrior. Okay, so we didn't actually get the flip, unfortunately. Okay, well we found one thing we like. Did we find a second? We might have found a second. What are we selling? We're selling the adventurer. I think we're grabbing him. I'm gonna take him out this round though. Right? This isn't upgraded. If that was upgraded, I think we'd go for that. I think we do want a mouse here, right? Sell this thing, grab a mouse, and roll. Yeah, here we go. When characters die, they get a buff is going to be better than the princes and princesses, unfortunately. It makes that smaller, but it's better overall. And we need this thing in. Let's throw it in for this. Okay, so hopefully this goes and dies, which is always a weird thing to be looking for, but then we just want this to trigger and flip this thing. Now let's make this attack second. I don't know why we have it attacking so late. And do we want this as a... This is actually a nice buffer with the baby bear. Oh, this actually triggered right away. That... What just happened was very interesting. It was sort of hard to pass, but... We ended up getting a buffed version of this. Oh, and we'll win the fight. We got a buffed version of this, which made our Lancelot trigger right away. Exploding Mitten seems good here. If we're going to be going spawners. I want to get this 100%. Get a Bastine here. Okay, so what we're going to do is something along these lines. We want our good characters in. We'd actually like this buffing here. You obviously don't have that many good characters, but I think we have enough to make this worthwhile. And if it's the first thing that dies, it keeps getting buffed from the coin. So we hope we get the first attack. Obviously, we'd like to get some... We'd like to make this good somehow. If we can get the... I think it's like Turn from Evil, maybe it's called. Either way, this is buffed. This will maybe grow. You know, if it slays, it grows, right? Mittens might have been just sort of a weird pick. We could have got like Tree of Life, which is good, but I love Mittens. And we have some extra hits here. We end up doing 10 damage overall, which is a pretty big thing. Because right at 7 plus 1, 2 plus the third. Yeah, this all seems pretty good. If we triple this, maybe we'll try to fit the other one in. I don't think we're ever getting there though. Wow, more blessings. This thing's gonna be enormous if it dies. It got kinda crushed. Oh, if only we kept the Lancelot alive. Oh, we could see 2 6s with this. I don't think that's worth it. We can just do 2 rolls. We're doing this free roll here. Oh, we can't cast the Knighthood, unfortunately, because we just cast the free roll. Okay, well. Is this thing better than like a Wombat? No, I don't think so. More Knighthoods, wow. Yeah, we'll definitely grab another one of these. We gotta sell some stuff. I love Wombat, but it just doesn't do as much as you'd like. You can croc the good boy, and then when it pops out, it buffs. It gets it like triples or whatever. That's not like the worst thing in the world. It's pretty interesting, honestly. It ends up being pretty strong. As long as you have other good characters. And you know, good characters are pretty likely to survive with these things. You know, I'm willing to try it. Having a giant good boy seems to have some value to me. You know, and it makes sense with us spawning comp. And then, yeah, we'll just hope to find... We might eventually replace this thing. Oh, this thing not dying. Oh, no, I guess I was going to say that not dying actually was helpful for us, but of course it did die just moments later. We will take them down here. Won't finish them off, obviously. So do this. The nice thing will be, right now the good boy is not giving a lot of health. This will make it give a lot more health than it was. More blind mice if I keep seeing this. And another good boy, which we would definitely grab. We sell one. And a second one. No, I guess we'll sell the silly frog. Buy a good boy. I think we throw it up here. Do we get rid of the Gumblegore? Is it better to have like this? No, this buffs so many things. We'll put this earlier on. Yeah, this is buffing a lot of stuff. I wonder if we just want like a Cupid and a Hugify or something. Well, we really want a stack of wood. I think we're just waiting then. Pretty goofy comp, but we get a lot of buffs. Obviously, I'd like this one to die first. When it summons, I don't actually know how big it's gonna be. What was it? It was a 37. You know, 30 attack, 7 health, just like this one. So it hadn't got any buffs yet. So when it pops out, it'll be like 100 and it'll be like a 90 21. Is that how that works? Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, it's always tough for me to tell these things. I usually look at things. Some things are big. Some things are, you know, regular sized. Like it's. So the liability we have here, the issue we're gonna have here is that Cupid is very big, right, just very deadly. Yeah, 90-21. Okay, so we did get it. Okay. Oh, we take them out because we have the upgrade character. Well, that was a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't quite that. Poison Apple just basically kills anything with mittens. There's a lot of ways to actually throw a wrinkle in that plan, but I think it's usually worthwhile. I'll take a chicken. Yeah. Oh, if we still had, I think at some point in this game, do we have the animals are all good? Animals are all good would be phenomenal with this thing. So we're going to need to find another Bastine. That's big because we can keep all the same buffs, but then we can maybe put another powerful, fighter in here, whereas these are mostly support characters. And oh, this good boy actually died, which meant it got the 3/3 buff. A few times these died, which aren't super helpful. But this getting the 3/3 buff is relevant. So one of the things is we want this one to die first because it also means that no matter which of these dies, before the other one, they'll get the buff. Last time this one was the first thing that died, meaning it only buffed these 4 characters, not this character as well. And eventually we're going to probably sell the Grumble Go and get an Echo Wood, because Echo Wood is just so good with this whole mess of things. And we're top 3. Other people are pretty. I remember this board was tough earlier on. Yeah, this is certainly some big boards, right? Eventually they'll have to take this thing out, right? There we go. Okay, so this is going to make everything have a lot of attack, but we're still low on health for a lot of these things. Yeah, this was the last one of our last good characters to die. Taking out that is very nice for us. Well, we win the round, and a survivor is the Grumble Goal, which means they get knocked out. I think that's happened a couple times. We got pretty lucky with that. And then, looking for the triple. Other than that, the Echo Wood, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can find a polymorph. We don't, but we do find one of these. And Poison Apple is pretty good here still. Create a plain copy of a good character that's also evil. So the obvious one would be one of these, right? But I think making these evil is not that great. I don't know, we can't do it this turn anyways is the issue. Is an issue. I don't know if it's the issue. Wow, more good characters. They must have... Okay, here's the Bastine. Oh, can we buy it? No, we can buy it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we're going to buy it this turn. I think we're going to wait. Next turn we'll buy both of these. Oh, and we can turn from evil this character. That's fantastic. We're going to have a great round next round. Hopefully we can just win, but... Okay, well that's a tough one for us, actually. Okay, that wasn't great either. Yeah, we're definitely having some struggles here. We may be able to take the Medusa, which is just explosions. And they're at 7, so as long as anything survives, we win. Yeah, we'll just take this down. Wonder Waddle's very strong. We were about to get way, way stronger too. They were in trouble there. We were going to convert our last, our evil character to good. We were going to triple our Bastines and get a Cupid. I mean, that's, if you get all those things in one turn, and just for 12 gold exactly. you're in really good shape. Wonder Waddle's so strong, and we had a great start. We got a an upgrade on turn 2, and then I think on like the next 4 turns, we got pretty early Grumble Gore off the Polywoggles. Polywoggles are great if you can get them to transform. It allows you to translate the early game power into a later game one, and then just having good boys, Bastines, and Baby Bears is sort of a proven combo. We didn't even have great treasures, I'd say, by the end of the game. We were about to grab a 6, but we had it tripled. I mean, this is a 5. This is 5 and 2 4s, which isn't nothing, but given how easily Wonder Waddle gets treasures, you sort of hope to have higher quality ones, even if usually getting 3s. We got, I think, a treasure map at some point, and then just turned it into an upgraded Polywoggle by accident, so we only got a 4-drop treasure, which was just a mistake by me. I always forget that we have those bonuses. I do the same thing with like the um, fancy pants. I think I always buy like the chickens first, because I'm always like, oh, it's a good. You sort of stick to those heuristics, and you be a little more active in the thinking.